A Russian APC departs from its fortified position in an industrial area and heads toward Ukrainian trenches. As it leaves the boundaries of the industrial zone, it almost immediately finds itself in an open field, passing by already destroyed vehicles. However, this maneuver did not catch the Ukrainian soldiers off guard. Armed with an anti-tank launcher, they patiently waited for the perfect moment to strike. When the moment arrived, the soldiers fired, remotely guiding the missile using the targeting system displayed on their monitor. Their efforts were not in vain. The target was successfully hit. Moreover, the strike was exceptionally impressive, sparking a wave of genuine excitement among the Ukrainian soldiers. After the strike, the vehicle continues to move. But notice how the crew, in panic, jumps out while on the move and flees across the open field towards the nearest bushes. In the end, the entire crew, including the driver, abandons the combat vehicle, leaving it motionless in the field with its doors wide open. This greatly simplifies the task for the drone, which delivers a precise strike and completely destroys the vehicle. A column of 6 vehicles advanced in the attack, but Ukrainian artillery was ready and immediately unleashed a barrage of fire on the enemy. The column consisted of 2 tanks and 4 armored personnel carriers, which were the priority targets to be eliminated first. The first hits on the Russian armored vehicles have landed, but they don't inflict critical damage, so the column continues moving, veering off the road into an open field. At this moment, Ukrainian forces fire an anti-tank missile, successfully destroying one of the tanks. Another shot, but unfortunately, this time it misses. The armored vehicles with infantry are now very close. Despite this, a Ukrainian soldier dares to rise slightly from the trench to take another shot. However, the shell misses the target and detonates further out in the field. The Russian tank opens fire, covering the infantry disembarking from the APC. Another shot rings out from Ukrainian positions. The shell flies close to the tank but misses its target. While firefights rage in the trenches, Russian vehicles begin to retreat. However, artillery and anti-tank weapons strike them relentlessly, gradually destroying their ranks. Two vehicles have already been eliminated, while the others continue moving but also come under fire and sustain damage. Ukrainian forces held their positions and destroyed a significant amount of enemy equipment. Some Russian soldiers were captured, while others were dealt with by artillery. This large, well-prepared, and fortified Russian convoy, equipped with various anti-drone systems, is advancing for an assault. Their actions are coordinated, and at first glance, everything seems to be going according to plan. However, at one point, the driver of the lead vehicle makes a mistake and misses a turn. He is forced to reverse, causing a delay for the entire convoy. The convoy halts at a single point, unable to move forward, giving the artillery a chance to target them and open fire. Next, the column stretched out, with some vehicles separating and taking a different route. At one point, they decided to cross a field, which turned out to be mined. As a result, several units of Russian equipment survived and managed to retreat, while the rest were destroyed by artillery and mines. Artillery and drones obliterate this column of Russian armored vehicles attempting to breach Ukrainian positions in the Donetsk region. The equipment burns while the Russians are forced to retreat on foot. A reconnaissance drone spotted them taking shelter in a tree line and directed artillery, which began delivering precise strikes. The abandoned vehicles are systematically finished off by kamikaze drones. The surviving tanks and APCs are moving forward. This APC was sent first. Let's follow it. That's a Ukrainian artillery hit. The second shot is getting more accurate. The third tank is driving around them, hitting the mines. The Russian armored group moves on. Another column. One of the Russian soldiers fires into the air for some reason. To avoid becoming an easy target for artillery, they're shuttling both ways. There's a lot of them. They're clustered in a large group. These tanks lead the attack. As the drone approaches the field, we see a strip of mines. The first Russian tank is stopped. The second one drives around it and Ukrainian artillery makes a massive attack on the stopped Russian column. And this looks like a HIMARS strike. While the Ukrainians were distracted by the first assault crews, this column managed to get as close as possible. Under the cover of the smoke, they're moving on. Part of the column is already in the field. They are under massive fire of Ukrainians. FU drones are monitoring the attack from different angles. The first tank goes first, clearing the way from the mines. Just one of these ATGM missiles will bring the Russians a lot of trouble. The Russians are attacking the AFU positions in this wooded area. A hit APC creates a traffic jam, which the Ukrainians take advantage of, and hit the neighboring armored personnel carriers. Nevertheless, the next APCs are moving on. Probably one of them explodes on a mine. Every second the enemy's equipment is under attack. 2 hits on the APCs at once. One of them explodes. The Russians turn the column around and retreat. The stopped APCs detonate. The rest of the column is moving away. The second wave of Russian armored vehicles are on their way to continue the attack. The tactic of attacking in waves could be effective, but not in today's realities. Russian tanks are again moving into the open field. An APC hits a mine. The tank tries to avoid it and explodes.